What's up guys, my name is Marc Steiner and today we are going to be talking about Sony Picture Profiles and which one you should be using for video. So today we're going to be focusing on 3 different profiles: No Profile, Cine 4, and S-Log 2. First off, we're talking about No Picture Profile. Now this profile is going to give you the least amount of dynamic range, but on the pro side, it's going to allow you to have a faster workflow because the colors look great out of camera and you don't need to do much color grading. So if you're trying to just bust out a quick video for YouTube or something for social media, this is a great picture profile to be using because you know it's not going to take a lot of work to edit. It also makes my life easier when I just want to send something to my phone to put up on my Instagram stories. Cine 4 is usually what I shoot all my video in because it's flat enough to color grade easily, but still gives me a lot more dynamic range than the default picture profile. The reason why I shoot Cine 4 is because it's the best of both worlds. You get an easier color grade while retaining more dynamic range and having more flexibility in post. Now this is S-Log 2. This is going to give you the most dynamic range of all the profiles we've talked about so far. The catch is that this is going to require the most work color grading in post. If you're shooting in a log profile, you know that you're working on a bigger project and you want the most dynamic range possible, and you want to color grade it with your own unique colors. It's also going to make your footage look that much more cinematic because of that dynamic range. Now before some of you Sony fanboys start saying, hey, the newer cameras have S-Log 3, why aren't you talking about that? It's because S-Log 3, even though it does give you the most dynamic range, the colors look really muddy and you start to see a lot of grain and artifacting at that high of a dynamic range, and it's much more difficult to color grade, and in my opinion it's not worth the extra work that you're going to put into that. If you're working on higher end content that you know you want to color grade your specific way and you want the most dynamic range possible to get that cinematic look, S-Log 2 is for you. That is what's going to give you the most flexibility in post-production when you're color grading and editing. Now you might be looking at some of this footage and going like, wow, S-Log 2 looks like absolute garbage. And you're right out of camera, it does look like absolute garbage because it is so flat. But for people who are doing professional color grading, they need that amount of dynamic range and that flat picture profile in order to achieve the look that they're going for. So if you're going through that process, you might not want to shoot S-Log 2 because it's going to require a lot of work in post-production. Here's some sample B-roll of what the different picture profiles look like and how they render color differently. Alright guys, that's been it for me. Let me know in the comment section down below if you found this helpful and what picture profile you're going to be using from now on. My name's been Marc Steiner, and I will see you next time.